What up, what up, what up? This your boy Bazz, and y'all tuned in to another episode of Ed's Podcast. On this podcast, we're going to dive straight into it. We're going to talk about being an entrepreneur and dealing with mental health at the same time. As you both know, as we all know, when it comes down to being an entrepreneur or running a business or anything like that, it requires a lot of mental capacity, a lot of mental space, which can have effect on your emotional and just mental health. And I'm gonna just use like one of my testimonies for example. Like I remember, like over the summer, I think I lost like 4 homies. I'm from Detroit, and I just come from just a hood or environment where growing up, I just lost a lot of friends and people that I knew growing up that was close to me. Due to gun violence or incarceration. So around the summertime, sometimes I get like anxiety because of this, just because of I'm used to getting like those type of either phone calls or just, text messages or something, or just going on Facebook and seeing, like, damn, I just found out, just got a phone call, because, as soon as somebody find out, they always go to the book or something to go post it to let everybody else know that might not be around. But it was like, so, I got kind of down, you feel me? But it was like I couldn't really stop. Like, I couldn't really stop moving. But that is real, it could be a gift or a curse. It can become unhealthy or it can also help you. And I'm going to break down both ways. And the reason why I said I couldn't stop, because, I had to run a business. So I have to keep going, but also find a way to make time for myself and just really be able to just clear my thoughts and clear my head. Because I was just thinking like, man, I started to kind of forget why I was doing what I was doing. Like, man, this ain't really making no impact. Am I really making a change? Like, how do we really make a difference? Like, I'm trying to help, make sure voices being heard. But right now, a lot of voices are being taken away. So I had all of them thoughts just on my head, and it was weighing heavy on me for like a little period of time. But I couldn't really stop working. I couldn't really stop pushing through. But my work just wasn't up to par. I ain't really feel like following up with clients. I ain't really feel like networking. I ain't really feel like just going out and just doing what I do. I gotta network. I gotta go out. I gotta be social. I gotta talk. Like that's what we doing right now. We talking. You listening. We having a conversation. We getting an understanding. So I gotta be present in the moment. And in my mind, and I just wasn't really there. I just wasn't really present. I was just going through the motions, just getting stuff done. And all that also helped me in a sense. So I'm going to go over the ways that this can actually help, because it helped me in a way. But I keep going and just kind of working. It helped me kind of figure out and redefine my why, because my why was what was also kind of pushing me there. Also, just grieving and just reliving like, traumatizing experiences. It just kind of just reestablished my why. You feel me? So sometimes I catch myself like doing it and be like, man, like this ain't really making no difference. But then it might be like in the midst of me going out somewhere, somebody might be like, man, I seen that one post, man. I seen that, man. We need to discuss, man. We need to do business, man. Or somebody might see something, be like, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Like that junk is uplifting or is motivating or something like that. And I'm like, damn, like I ain't even think that we was really doing, like I ain't really think that we was making an impact like that in the moment. You feel me? You might be thinking like you ain't really doing much, you ain't really making an impact or something like that until somebody else reminds you. So that kind of like being present in the moment, but just putting yourself out there in the moments kind of help pull you out of your own mind sometimes. And it can take like the right trigger, because sometimes, somebody might say something, they might be trying to talk to me, I might be like, man, I ain't really trying to talk to you right now. Like, I might have that type of vibe, but I'd be like, man, I gotta try to make myself be present. You feel me? I gotta put on that smile, but in the midst of doing so, it's like, for me, you feel me? If I'm gonna try to enjoy myself, I really gonna have to enjoy myself. So it's like, I'm gonna try to make fun. In the midst of doing that, organically I end up really having fun. You feel me? Which helped uplift my spirit. You feel me? It helped kind of like, inch me out even a little further. You feel me? But then on top of that, help rediscover my purpose. And keep having those moments, those refreshing moments of rediscovering my purpose. You feel me? Like being a part of Ends, we are the voice of the culture, which means we also help deliver the voice and empower the voice. You feel me? So like that's why when I was saying like getting those type of like feedback and just seeing like getting like a certain email, like man, I remember we got an email when we first we first got the podcast on Spotify and iHeartRadio. Well, I was feeling down, like dang man, putting out all these episodes and all this type of stuff. Ain't nobody really gonna, really hear it. Like, is we really gonna make a difference? Next thing you know, I seen that. I'm like, hell yeah, we getting closer. We reach new markets, new audiences, man. It's new beginnings, more opportunities to help voices be heard. Like, shoot, this is a platform for everybody else to come in and, be able to share their value and just share their worth. You feel me? So when I was seeing things like that, just being active and being present, it helped pull me out those slumps. But then, also been there in times where, you feel me, I was going through some things and I lost clients, you feel me? I kind of severed relationships just due to the fact that I'm trying to uphold these obligations while I'm dealing with you feel me? I'm just dealing with a lot mentally and just emotionally, you feel me? Just from things I got going on in my personal life. But you feel me? Just being young in the game, I ain't really know how to balance the two. So I kind of be like, bro, I don't care about this right now. I got some bigger stuff going on, but it's you gotta care because this business is bigger than you. You feel me? Your purpose and what you're trying to do is bigger than you. So to a certain extent, you gotta care. And it's yeah, you gotta be able to take the time off for yourself. Always take the time off for yourself. You feel me? And then that's what we're gonna go into the negative side, because you could be a type of person that never took the time off or never really kind of reflect and be present and just keep trying to grind, work, put in all these extra over hours, and you start burning yourself out. And you so disconnected to what's going on, you never had time to actually really stay, just process it and actually deal with it, that it just keep bottling up and you just running from it. And you don't want to be running from it, because then if you ain't got nothing to do with nothing, it's all gonna hit you. And it's gonna hit you hard. You feel me? It's you going on a long tour. You just keep backing up all these tours until there ain't no more shows to do. Now you got to sit in the crib by yourself. Ain't no more audience, ain't no performances. Now you just got to sit in the crib. And them thoughts hit you. You feel me? And then it's if you were never practicing on handling and dealing with those thoughts and exercising just different ways of how can you feel me, navigate if these emotions or thoughts hit. They can overwhelm you sometimes. You feel me? Spark episodes and things like that. So then that's what I'm saying. You don't want to get to that point where you make yourself like a ticking time bomb. Because you ain't dealing with none of it, it's all getting backed up until something stops you, and then it's like an overflow. So, that's just my little piece on it, man. Your health is your wealth. Somebody told me that, and I'm going to always hold that dearly, because I find that to be very true. We always look at stuff from the fitness standpoint, but we don't ever look at it from the mental standpoint, being emotionally and mentally present. And understanding that this game, like Jay-Z said, it comes with valleys and dips. You feel me? There's going to be hard times. There's going to be times where you're going to feel like, man, you losing your mind. But you just got to stay fast. And you got to stay committed, stay grounded, but be willing to, you feel me, to work on those type of things, man. Depression can hit anybody. Anxiety can hit anybody. You feel me? That junk is real. You feel me? And it's but when it hits you, it's always different. Everybody's different. So somebody else can get through it. For you, it can make hit 10 times harder. But, platforms like this is the whole point is to empower, to help bring you through that. You feel me? Or anybody that's probably going through it. is to know that you can go through it and get past it. But your mindset got to be, I'm going to get past it and not get stuck in it or not run from it. You feel me? Just be present. The more you work with it, it's like a muscle. You get more built for the fight. But then what we also got to realize too, the body needs trauma. So if you're an entrepreneur, artist, you feel me, organizer, leader, and you going through a dark time, think about it like this. You going through that dark time helps you prepare the body of people or the person that you plan on leading or inspiring go through theirs. We suffer, and if you learn from your suffering, you can help guide somebody else through theirs or help give them the necessary resources they may need. So just think about that, weigh in on that. Some of y'all might have kids, nieces, nephews, cousins. They may want to embark on that same journey as you and might go through a similar path or experience similar, hands. And they might find themselves at a crossroad, and they might just come to you for advice. Be like, I remember that time you was doing this, that, and the third. Like, how did you get through it? And if you ain't never really, deal with those emotions, you might not have nothing to give. But if you learn from it and you fought through it, you can help train the next warrior that's embarking on that journey. Because that's what we are. We are warriors. So keep fighting. It's your boy Bazz, and we out of here.